another Reverse Speech Show. This is your host, David John Oates, broadcasting from Adelaide, South Australia, on a beautiful sunny day out there. Well, it's going to be sunny. Well, the sun's out now. It's actually 20 to 9 in the morning. There you go, on Saturday morning. So we're going to have a nice, beautiful summer's day. There you go, all good stuff. Okay, we're going to talk about a few things in the show today. First off, I got a couple of announcements I want to make. I've all talked about the wedding, of course. The date's been set for June the 16th. We are sending an email out this weekend to invite people to come to the wedding, and we're going to have a day workshop on the Sunday following the wedding. So the wedding's on the Saturday, the workshop's on the Sunday. There'll be a reverse speech workshop with some special guest speakers. So we're going to make it a big deal and a big affair. So if you'd like to come and join us, you can even email me now if you like. Redwolf at Adam. Actually, no, do this one. Do backwards at reversespeech.com. That's an easy email address to remember, backwards at reversespeech.com. And if you're really quick, Alaska Airlines currently have a special on airfares to Australia. And they are doing a round trip for $899. And that is valid until you've got to book by December 22nd, okay? So if you want to come to Australia and you want to come to the wedding, you can come for $899 if you book by the 22nd of December. So you'd have to make sure that you book. I believe they've got travel times here, and let's just have a look. Yes, it does fall within the wedding. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, the travel times fall on June 16th. So there you go. Nice, cheap, easy way. Okay, so that's the first announcement. The second announcement is I'm sending another email out this weekend as well, and this will be to advertise a Christmas special. The special is 10% off session work and training if you sign up by December 31st, and you'll also get a $50 voucher for the reverse speech shop. So there you go. So a Christmas special for everyone, 10% off session work and training, and a $50 voucher for the reverse speech shop. So there you go. Get some of my books or something like that. That would be exciting, wouldn't it? Okay, I want to talk a little bit today about a perplexing problem that has plagued reverse speech ever since I first really got serious into it, which was in 87. I started fiddling around in 84, but it wasn't until 87 that that's when I started doing it full time. That became my full time profession in 87. So there you go. Gee, that's 30 years ago. Wow. That's when I wrote Beyond Backward Masking. For those of you who haven't read that book, you've got to get a hold of Beyond Backward Masking. Anyway, the perplexing problem is a phenomenon that I entitled reversal reaction. And it's a very insidious problem that plagues reverse speech. Basically, there's two types of reversal reaction. There's what we call passive reaction, and that's where that affects new students. And the passive reaction, you can get nausea or headaches, emotionally distressed, if you're listening to reversals for any long period of time. But that's not the reversal reaction that I'm worried about. The one is active reaction. An active reaction is very, very nasty and very, very insidious. And essentially, the person goes into complete shutdown and projects all his stuff onto you. Onto the analyst who's analyzing the tape, or in my case, or onto me as the founder of reverse speech. And I get it all the time. It's just amazing how often it happens. I just had one last week. We won't say who or where they came from, but I was in quite a nasty email. I was accused of being a cult leader and being on mind-altering drugs and doing class with a hangover, and which is just still absolutely ludicrous. So, and also too. What came up in that email was that a lot of the stuff from the big reversal reaction back in 99, for those of you who can remember back that far, the big reversal reaction, there's still remnants of that on the web. So you can go and search. We'll talk more about that as I continue with this little monologue. So, and active reaction, the more incongruent you are, or the less in touch with yourself that you are, the more and the greater will be the reversal reaction. And all you've got to do is to be exposed to reverse speech. And just the mere exposure to reverse speech is enough to set some people off. I mean, I've seen people get furious. I mean, really angry, red face, spitting. It's just some of the people just react to the name reverse speech, which incidentally, reverse speech, when you reverse it, the backwards of reverse speech is sheep server, which is very interesting because reverse speech is here to serve the sheep. And so some people feel very, very intimidated by that. I'm trying to think. I should tell you some of the other accusations. We had a classic one just 3 or 4 months ago. I was accused of masterminding an alien invasion of the Earth. There you go. Put that one on your cap. So I'm a cult leader. I'm a drunkard. I engage in mind-altering drugs. I'm masterminding an alien invasion of the planet Earth, and I got one a few weeks ago that said I seem to think the world owes me something, and I go, yeah, where do you get that from? And I've just got so many of these accusations over the years, and some of them are really quite violent. Some of them get really, really nasty, and consequently, I've been sued more times than I would like to count, and I've won each case. So there we go. Well, there was the big one in America was it was a draw, and those of you who are around will know which big one I'm talking about. So, people will go into complete shutdown. It's like a mask comes over their face, and they look at me, reverse speech, and they see a mirror of themselves, and they see in me the problems and issues that they are running. And it's such an incredible thing. It's and it has plagued me my whole career. I've lost clients, I've lost students, I've lost associates and friends. Because the real truth of reverse speech, the real significance of reverse speech, is that the mind is no longer private, but it's not only that, it's not just your conscious thoughts, it's who you really are, the real you, behind the mask, and often behind what you even know about yourself to be true, because we live in a state of denial. Majority of the human race is in denial and totally unable to look at themselves. And when the mirror comes and you're forced to look into it, people freak out. They absolutely do. So you have to be able to look at yourself and see who you are. And if you can't look at yourself and see who you are, then the chances are you're going to go into a reversal reaction. It happens just so many times. So it's a big problem. Back in my early days when I first started doing sexual work, it used to happen to me a lot. However, I have learnt over the years a good bedside manner, and it doesn't happen to me with clients very often at all nowadays. It still happens occasionally, but not often. And that's because I've learned how to present the information in reverse speech in such a way that it's not threatening or intimidating. So there you go. So that is reverse reaction in a nutshell. And of course, we all remember the big one, and that's the big feud. For those of you who've been around for a long time, you know exactly what I was talking about, and that's a classic case of reverse reaction. And if you want to get my book, It's Only a Metaphor, you can read all about it and see how the reverse reaction started. So there you go. And it's one of the reasons why I'm back in Australia now. It's nice and safe back here. I live in my little house in the southern suburbs of Adelaide. I work over the phone and Skype on the internet, and that keeps me out of trouble for the most part. But when I'm mixing socially, I dread the talking about reverse speech, because, like I said, the very name can set people off. And when people ask me what I do for a living, it depends on the person. Sometimes I say I'm a writer, which is true. Other times I say I'm a psychotherapist, which is also true. Other times I say I'm a hypnotherapist, which is also true. And but I never say I do reverse speech. Never. Just the very thought of saying that terrifies me. So I keep my private life and my work life totally separate, and it's the safest way to go, I think. But yeah, so it really plagues you if you are incongruent and unable to look at yourself. Then the chances are you're going to go into reversal reaction, and you're going to want to sever all contact with reverse speech. You're going to see me as this crazed madman, and the faults that I have will vary depending on the faults that you have, because I have just become a mirror for you, and you look into me and you see you, and you get very, very angry at that. And you start attacking me for the problems that you have. So that's reverse reaction. And it happened on a mass scale in '99 in America. It was, the conflict was all over the news. And it was quite amazing. So anyway, so that's reverse reaction. The only way I have discovered that is successful in getting people out of reverse reaction is for them to take total 100% responsibility for their actions. See, reverse speech says that we create it all anyway. It's all coming from the unconscious. And so you have to take responsibility. But the trouble is, once you're in reaction, you can't see yourself, and so you can't take responsibility. And once reaction hits, you don't think you're in reaction. That's part of what reaction is. If you ever worry that you might be in reaction, you're not. Okay? As soon as you think you aren't, you probably are. And that's the strange way it works. And the only way to get out of it, as I said, is to accept 100% responsibility for your own actions, all the events that happen in your life, and accept that what you're accusing reverse speech of is what you yourself suffer from. Okay? And I've been accused of being a money-grabbing, thieving con man, and I've been accused on the other end of the scale. I have these major money blocks, and I'm going to live in poverty. So both ends of the extreme. It depends on who's throwing the accusation. Either I'm money hungry, wealthy, or I've got major money blocks and I'm poor. And the accusations vary from person to person and place to place, and it's I look back at I laugh, but it is quite serious, and it does bother me when it happens. I don't know what to say. If you've got any thoughts to contribute to this, why don't you give us a call? Our toll-free number is 844-769-2944. That's 844-769-2944. Call in and tell me what you think about this. What do you think about the phenomenon of reverse reaction? And all you got to do, go to. I tell you what, go to some of Jeff Rentz's YouTube videos on reverse speech and read some of the comments. Then you'll see reverse reaction in action. It's some of them are just crazy comments on Jeff Rentz's YouTube vids for reverse speech. So I don't know. So there you go. If you want to find yourself, if you want to change, as most people claim they do, the first thing you've got to do is to look at you and see who you really, really are and accept who you are. Because only in that acceptance can there be change. I mean, you cannot change a problem that you don't accept exists. It's fairly logical. So the only way to change is to accept that there's a problem. And it amazes me. I have clients coming for session work, and they want to find their problems. They want to find the issues. And occasionally, not often nowadays, but occasionally, when you show someone their issues, it's the last thing they want to see, and they go into denial and reaction. So it's I've just got so many stories. Get my books. I talk about reverse reaction in my books. Chapter 1 of Unveiling the Truth. And then, of course, It's Only a Metaphor, which just came out. When did that come out? About 2 or 3 months ago now. So we talk about reverse reaction a lot. And It's Only a Metaphor. So go and have a look and see what you think. Okay, what we're going to do when we come back from the break is we are going to be looking at some reversals that the students sent in. We did an assignment. Well, the last class I taught was the children's reversals. And so the homework set was to find some children's reversals. And I marked the homework yesterday, and I was really pleased. There was some great examples of reversals, so there you go. So we're gonna play those when we come back from the break, and then in the second hour you've got me again, and I'm going to be going over the archives and listening and seeing. Continue doing that. Anyway, call in 844-769-2944. That's 844-769-2944. Tell me your opinions of reverse speech. How long have you been around? What have you seen about reverse speech? Is it real? Is it not real? Does it affect your life? Does it not? Or are you oblivious to it? I wonder how many people really know the significance of reverse speech. You know, there's a passage in the book of Revelations that said, Jesus would come with a two-edged sword, and they will cry to the mountains to cover them from the face of God. And that's essentially what reversal reaction is. They cover themselves with mountains so they don't have to look at the face of the truth. So, it's been with me for the last 30 years, reversal reaction. And back in my early days, it really took me by surprise. It really, really did. Anyway, so there you go. That's the story, and that's my diatribe for the first half hour of the show. So, what we will do now is we will go to some children's reversals. And actually, we're going to go on a break in any second. So, I've finished my little thing about reversal reactions. So, let's hope that you don't experience it. Because if you are, and I tell you, you won't believe me anyway. And unfortunately, when reaction really, really hits big time, you've usually lost the person forever. They never come back, if ever, rarely, very rarely. It's happened a couple of times. So, but not very often. It's like someone just slams the door shut and locks it with padlocks, and you're just hitting a brick wall. And it's very, very insidious problem. That still happens, unfortunately, occasionally, not very often with clients, as I said, but it's still out there and it still does cause a problem. So there you go. Okay, so that's my little diatribe for the first half of the show. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to students' homework, and that is in this one here. And we have some pretty cool reversals here. So let's play. This is children's reversals. Let's play the first one. Here is the forwards.
That's my best one. Another one.
Have you got any more? That you pull at your dad?
And there's our break. I timed it perfectly, didn't I? So, don't touch that keyboard, folks. I'll be back right after this.
What if we already know how to prevent and to reverse every known so-called disease? What if the government is in cahoots with the allopathic system to hide this information from you to keep you weak and enslaved to their system? What if living a higher quality of life than you ever thought possible was available to you now? Well, it's true. It's easier and more cost-effective than you think, and so life-changing that your only regret will not be having done it sooner. Because you already know what the answer is. Royal Velvet Pure. You've heard Jeff talk about it. You've heard the incredible testimonies that it has scores of benefits and it works for everyone. Now you may not know this. We have partnered with Jeff to empower you, giving you an opportunity we do not give anyone else. When you buy 2 Royal Velvet Pure, we give you another one free. Want to take that first step toward freedom and positive transformation? Go to royalvelvetnow.com. Click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner or call us toll-free, 1-877-488-7423.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077.
Okay, we are back for our second segment, and we're going to look at some children's reversals. Okay, all right, so here we go. We'll start off with this one here.
That's my best one. Another one.
Have you got any more? That you pull at your dad? Show us.
Only 3 more.
Go on then. And now the other.
This is the last one.
Do you think most families here are happy or unhappy?
Well, most of them are happy, but some do quarrel, like my mum and dad.
And here the reversal says, how tall is he?
How tall is this?
Huh.
Oh, they went.
Just how tall is he? Sorry, here it is again.
How tall is this?
Here it is the first time.
How tall is this?
And again.
How tall is this?
And again.
How tall is this?
Oh, hang on, that might have been how tall is this?
How tall is this?
It's how tall is this? Listen to that. I'll play it again. Not he. How tall is this?
How tall is this?
And again.
How tall is this?
Yep. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. So now we're going to look at the another one. So here's the forwards. Bear in mind, all these reversals were found by my students from the new class that started. Oh, gee whiz, we're already 3 months into the class. Wow. Okay, so here's the next one.
Get used to the fact that children are changing today. Modern children are different from the children of yesterday.
Why do you think that is?
And this one says, had been pushed.
Safe and pushed.
Huh.
Safe and pushed.
Safe and pushed.
Yeah, all right, okay, all right. Then we've got, we're going to move on to our next one here, and children's reversals. And here we have the first one.
The monsters went away already. They're just made up.
And this one says, separate in a royale.
Separate in a royal.
Huh, in a royal.
In a royal.
Separate
in a royal.
Huh. Don't know what separate in a royal means. I don't know. All right. And then we've got this one here. Let's run it forwards.
God makes your dreams.
And the reversal is stand up.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Yeah, there we go. Stand up. All right. So we're going to go to another student now. And we are going to play this reversal first. Here's the forwards. Oh, this level's a bit high. I'll turn it down a bit.
It's changed. You have to make yourself believe that you're a 4-year-old pig.
And this one says, what's in the pie?
What's in the pie?
Huh.
What's in the pie? What's in the pie?
Yeah, what's in the pie? Okay, all right. And then we've got this one here. Here's the forwards.
I'm a black belt first dan in kickboxing. I've been doing that for ages, so...
And this one is tough work.
Tough work.
Ha!
Tough work.
That's a great one.
Tough work.
Oh, yeah, great one. Hey, let's run the forwards again. Let's listen to the forwards.
I'm a black belt first dan in kickboxing. I've been doing that for ages, so...
And backwards, tough work.
Tough work. Tough work. Tough work.
Yeah, there we go. Good, great reversal. And then we've got this one here. Here's the forwards.
First you have to go and do an audition. And after that audition...
And this one says, there is shit done.
There's shit done.
Oh, my.
There's shit done. There's shit done.
Oh, dear. Not good. No. I mean, it's a good reversal. Not good sentiments. And then we've got this one here. Here's the forwards.
I'm learning to whistle.
I'm learning preschool.
I'm learning to whistle.
I'm learning preschool. And then backwards, you know I'm not.
And you know I'm not.
Huh.
And you know I'm not. And you know I'm not.
Well, that's a bit of an incongruent one, isn't it? Okay, all right. So we are going to move on to the next one. And we are bringing this student's one up now. And we'll start off with this reversal here. Good.
It's a miracle. Well, that's why I stayed on the show an extra 7 years.
And this one says, I'm sorry. Huh. Yeah, that's nice and clear in there. I'll do it again. Yeah, there we go. All right. Then we've got reversal number 5. Here we go.
What would you consider an old man?
Well, he's not that old.
He's
but
not that old.
And this one says, love me off.
Love me off.
Huh.
Love me off. Love me off.
Yeah, there we go. Love me off. Yeah, all right. And then we've got next one. Here we go.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
And actually, I didn't want to do that movie because it was kind of scary.
Talking about the Poltergeist movie being scary and backwards, he reeks.
He reeks.
Huh.
He reeks. He reeks.
I guess so. All right. Then we've got this one here. Oh, hang on. No, that's not the one I want. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, it is the one I want. So here's the forwards.
Probably if I went in and I said, excuse me, but it's my film, I'll probably say, isn't it?
And this one says, who's the easy one?
Who's the easy one? Who's the easy one? Who's the easy one?
Yeah, all right, no worries. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our next student. And, this one here, we're looking at this reversal first off. Here we go.
If the coast is clear, right. And after they call my dad and say that everything's all right.
And this says, and nip me now.
And nip me now. And nip me now.
And nip me now.
Wow, and nip me now. Okay, all right. Then we've got this one here.
Our school.
Yes.
So you just walk in, but that's where the infants are. We have to go further along.
And this one says, Mars, let me know Saturn.
Mars, let me know Saturn.
Oh, it could be sudden. Is it Saturn or sudden? Mars, let me know Saturn, or Mars, let me know sudden?
Mars, let me know Saturn.
Mars, let me know Saturn. Mars, let me know Saturn.
Huh, you know what? Let me...
Mars, let me know Saturn.
Mars, let me know Saturn. Mars, let me know Saturn.
Sudden, let me know sudden. I think that's what it says. Huh. All right, let's have a look at the next one. Here's the forwards.
Right at the back of the classroom, they've got a little door and it's just a little tiny little room. It's all stuffed with sweets, prizes, especially to pay the children with sweets to do sex.
And this one says, her wolf really laughs with her.
Her wolf really laughs with her.
Huh.
Her wolf really laughs with her.
Her wolf really laughs with her.
I'm actually hearing her wolf really laughs with him.
Her wolf really laughs with her. Her wolf really laughs with her.
Her wolf really laughs with her.
Yep, there we go. Okay. All right, so let's move on to our next student. And children's reversals. Okay, here's the first one.
Often they can't find a job because of the way they identify as.
And here he says, he barged enough.
He barged enough.
He barged enough. He barged enough.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, he barged enough. All right. Then we've got this one here.
It's all about love, acceptance, equality.
And this is be the law.
Be the law.
Be the law. Be the law.
Yeah, okay, all right. Then we've got this one here. Here's the forwards.
And I will go wherever I somewhere safe.
This one says fears through us.
Fears through us.
Oh, yeah, that's clear.
Fears through us. Fears through us.
So here's the forwards again.
And I will go wherever somewhere safe.
Fears through us.
Fears through us. Fears through us. Fears through us.
Fears through us. There we go. Okay, all right. And then we're looking at this reversal here.
If any bad guy try to get me, I'll just run away and say, "Get away from me."
This one says, feel worth, yes.
Feel worth, yes. Feel worth, yes. Feel worth, yes.
Yeah, there we go. Feel worth, yeah. Feel worth, yes. All right, okay. And then we've got another reversal. Here's the forwards.
After finishing up a couple quantum physics books, I realized that everything in the universe has a frequency and vibration.
And this reversal says, oh, this is a long one. In the threat, I tell a rat's folks.
In the threat, I tell a rat's folks.
I'll be bothered.
In the threat, I tell a rat's folks.
In the threat, I tell a rat's folks.
Let's play that again. In a threat, I tell a rat's folks.
In the threat, I tell a rat's folks.
In the threat, I tell a rat's folks. In the threat, I tell a rat's folks.
Yeah, there they all are. Okay. All right, let's move on to our next student. And go. Children's reversals. Reversal number 2. Here's the forwards.
Itsy bitsy spider.
And this says, please seek me, speak.
Please seek me, speak.
Huh.
Please seek me, speak. Please seek me, speak.
Huh. Yeah, okay, all right. Yep, that's there. And then we've got the next one. Here's the forwards.
She said, Dad, hold you that. I do know.
And this one says, I do know.
I do know. I do know. I do know.
Yep, there we go. And now we've got this reversal here. Here's the forwards.
Dad.
And I hate these.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
Well, that one's not as clear as I thought it was. Oh, hang on. I think I played the wrong one. I did play the wrong one. Okay, we want this one here.
The teacher's like, we don't play on their fence.
And this one says, what do you create?
What do you create?
Yeah.
What do you create? What do you create?
Could be why do you create? Not what do you create, but why do you create?
What do you create? What do you create?
It's why.
What do you create?
It's why do you create?
What do you create? What do you create? What do you create?
Yeah, there we go. Pretty cool one. Alright, so let's go and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into some of my archives and pull up some of my reversals on children. I got quite a few scattered through my system. If I can just get my hands on them. We found one. Someone sent me one just last week that was just such a classic reversal. This is this one here.
I'm just gonna yell at me. Actually, no, I'm not gonna yell. I have a better idea. Yell in their ear.
This one says, you wear underwear, I'm big boy.
I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy.
Oh, you wear underwear, am I a big boy? You wear underwear, am I a big boy?
I'm a big boy.
Ah, it's funny.
I'm a big boy.
Okay, let's run the forwards again. Let's do that whole reversal again. I love this reversal. Here we go.
I'm just gonna yell at me. Actually, no, I'm not gonna yell at them. I have a better idea. Yell in their ear.
And this one, you wear underwear, am I big boy?
I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy.
You wear underwear, am I a big boy? Absolutely the classic type of reversal that you'd expect to hear from a child. Here's a baby pretending to talk on the phone. And this reversal says, I love mother. Huh. Yeah, nice and clear reversal. I love mother. Here's another one. Nice clear reversal.
I was following you and watching you. I was hiding behind the car watching what you were doing.
Were you? I never knew that.
No, because I was being very sneaky.
This reversal says, Daddy never knew.
Daddy never knew. Daddy never knew. Daddy never knew.
There we go. Wonderful reversal. How about that one? All right. And we're just going to go down children's reversals here. Here's another one that says, I love mother. I think that's the same one. It's the same one. Right, it's the same one. I just got it saved twice. Okay. But that's a great reversal. I love mother. Here's another one.
Why do you think there aren't VCRs anymore when everyone used to have one?
Because we have made better things.
And this reversal says, Internet be in value.
Yes, there have been value. Yes, there have been value. Yes, there have been value.
Yeah, that one wasn't very clear, was it? Sorry about that. All right, let's have a look at this one. Here's the forwards. Oh, gee, that's horrible levels.
W.
And this one says, a mummy here. Huh. Yeah, that one's certainly there. All right, here's another one.
Please, yeah.
And this one says, did you hear me? Ha! All right, it's a pretty cool reversal. And here's the same child. Same child, same tape, and says, hear me, will you? Yeah, you know, the levels on that were a bit distorted, unfortunately. They're actually quite clear reversals, but the levels were a bit distorted. All right, here's another one. Here, let's run this one forwards. And this one says, you are beautiful. Ah. Yeah, all right. Well, that's all certainly very clear and obvious. You are beautiful. And here we... Oh, hang on. Oh, I've got a whole lot more reversals on kids. All right. Here we have one of my favourite ones. This is my daughter in a bath trying to pick up her cup. And this one says, David, help me. I'll play that again. David, help me. Yep, there we go. Classic reversal. Alright, then we've got a young child saying hello. And run it backwards, then we hear hello. Yeah, and I'll play that again. You hear the gibberish followed by hello. Yeah, there we go. Then we've got this one here. Here's the forwards. This one says, I can't find you. I guess he can't find him. Okay, all right, let's move along to the next one. Here we have another one. This one says, I do. Huh. Yeah, there we go. Nice and clear. Here's another one. And this one says, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Alright, here's a little child right in the background when the father moved from one room to the other.
Yeah.
Do you have kids back again, do you?
Yes. I think.
And the backwards on the kids is Daddy came. Yeah, here's the forwards on the kid. And that reversals to Daddy came. Yeah, so Daddy came from one room to another. Oh, there we go. It's young kids working things out as they go. All right? So, here's a great one on kids. Listen to this one.
You go on as permanent. I bet you.
This one says, God made me. And again. Out of the mouth of babes, hey? Out of the mouth of babes. Say no. God made me. I guess God did. Well, we think we did anyway. Okay, here we have a kid with a dirty diaper.
I think that's why his pants are falling down. Here, Ben, I got a diaper for you.
A diaper?
Yeah.
This one says, help me out.
Help me out. Help me out. A diaper? Help me out.
To help me out.
Help me out.
And that's right on a diaper. A diaper versus to help me out. Yeah, great little reversal that one is, isn't it? I like that one. Help me out. Okay, here we have here's a mirror image reversal on a kid. Listen to this.
Daddy?
You had spaghetti, and what else did you have?
Carrots, and milk.
And milk? Oh, then you had a nap?
Yeah.
Were you a good rester?
Yep.
Yeah? Say, I love you, Mama.
I love you, Mama.
Bye-bye.
Baba.
Hold on, say it again.
Baba. I love you.
Well, he says, I love you, Mama.
Say, I love you, Mama.
I love you, Mama.
Backwards, it says, I love you, Mama.
I love you, Mama.
Oh, Mommy.
I love you, Mama.
So here's the forwards. I love you, Mama.
Say, I love you, Mama.
I love you, Mama.
Backwards. I love you, Mama.
I love you, Mama.
Mama.
There we go. There's our break, folks. I'll be back right after this.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back, or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then reverse speech session work is for you. With reverse speech session work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for reverse speech session work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panorama of vital information and the best independent, honest journalism in radio. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times. You're listening to the Rense Radio Network, nationwide and worldwide on the net and at Rense.com.
Oxygen. It's nature's oldest therapy and plays an essential role in destroying viruses, bacteria, mold, yeast, and fungus, and keeping the human body healthy and strong. Now, you can give your body and your immune system a mega boost of disease-fighting oxygen with all-natural Oxy-C. With so many people now leading a sedentary indoor lifestyle, most are in a chronic state of oxygen deprivation, which sets up a perfect environment for disease, general fatigue, and a host of other symptoms. Oxy-C is yours in simple, convenient capsules. Nothing to mix, nothing to hassle with. Take it with juice or water anytime. Feel a cold or flu approaching? Have no energy or spark anymore? Try all-natural Oxy-C and prepare to be amazed. Oxy-C is only available from New Earth Health Solutions at Rense.com. Look for the New Earth banner at Rense.com.
Are you prepared for the future? Do you know how to navigate past the upcoming dangers before it's too late and seize budding opportunities before others do? Forecasting worldwide since 1980, Gerald Celente, publisher of the Trends Journal, provides timely and accurate trend forecasts that have earned him the reputation as the most trusted name in trends. The proof is in the hundreds of accurate forecasts Celente has made over the past 30 years. The 1987 stock market crash, the clean food trend, the dot-com bust. The Trends Journal alerts subscribers to early, subtle signs of crucial trends that will shape our future. It allows readers to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take proactive strategies. Put your money where your mind is with Gerald Salenti's brilliant and indispensable Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com or call 845-331-3500. That's 845-331-3500.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panel. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times.
You've heard the ads on this radio station about Royal Velvet. You know you want and need the benefits that Royal Velvet offers, but you haven't gone to the website royalvelvetnow.com. You've procrastinated. You haven't started your journey towards dramatic improvements in that vim, vigor, and energy you've always wanted. Reward yourself. You deserve it. No, really. All you have to do is go to royalvelvetnow.com, click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner, and order a couple bottles of Royal Velvet, which is a month's supply, and you're on your way to experiencing the most life-changing product in the world. Oh, by the way, to experience just how powerful Royal Velvet is, do what thousands of our clients have done. Stop taking all your supplements and just take Royal Velvet. Do it for a month. You will feel better, look better, and be dramatically better. And besides being blown away by the results, you'll also be ecstatic over the huge amount of money you saved. There are 1,440 minutes in a day. It takes less than 5 minutes to place an order at royalvelvetnow.com. Go there now. Your life will never be the same.
Scientists in England have succeeded in stabilizing the time-honored substance in garlic that destroys harmful bacteria, viruses, molds, yeast, and fungus. This all-natural microbe killer is called Allicin C, and it's now available to you in 100% vegetarian capsules only on the New Earth page at Rense.com. This powerful broad-spectrum antimicrobial agent is harmless to friendly bacteria and has been concentrated to equal an astonishing 35 cloves of garlic in each vegetarian capsule. Think about it. The antibacterial, antiviral strength of 35 odorless cloves of
Reverse Speech Show. I normally have a guest in hour 2, but I didn't get one this week. I apologise for that. So you're going to hear some reversals from me, all right? So we're going back into the archives. We are looking at June of this year. Okay, so here's Chuck Schumer bashing Donald Trump.
You cannot govern from the hard right, and that's what he's doing.
This one says, hunger from the buck.
Hunger from the buck?
Huh.
Hunger from the buck? Hunger from the buck?
I wonder what it means, hunger from the buck. Is he attacking Trump? I don't know. All right. Here's a witness to the London fire.
I haven't met one victim. I've met volunteers and I've met people that want to help, but I haven't met anybody. No victims. None of the people that I grew up with. I can't find anyone. Where are they? Where are they? Go and sell it. Sell all the boxes and pay for the funerals, because there's going to be 500 funerals that you need to pay for. This is I'm not doing it. I'm not volunteering anymore. I'm not volunteering until I see.
This reversal says, now we must get out.
Now we must. Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Now we must. Yeah, no. Now we must. Yeah, no.
Yeah, nice and clear. Good one. All right, here's General Mattis talking about ISIS.
And humiliating their message of hatred, of violence. Anyone who kills women and children is not devout. They cannot dress themselves up in false religious garb and say that somehow this message has dignity. We're going to strip them of any kind of legitimacy, and that is why you see the international community acting in concert.
And this says, yes, I'm a victim.
Yes,
Huh. Huh. Wonder why he thinks he's a victim. Huh. I'll be bothered. All right. Here's General Mattis again.
Smaller and smaller, making the fight tougher and tougher. You can see that right now, for example, in western Mosul, that is surrounded, and the Iraqi security forces are moving against them. Tal Afar is now surrounded. We have got efforts underway right now to surround their self-declared caliphate capital.
And this one says, you'll find they're ready.
You'll find they're ready.
Oh, yeah.
You'll find they're ready.
Yeah.
You'll find they're ready.
Yeah, nice and clear. Good example of reverse speech. All right, next one along. General Mattis talking about North Korea.
North Korea has been testing missiles. Are they getting any better at their capability?
We always assume that with a testing program, they get better with each test.
And my wolf attack with the weather. Wow.
My wolf attack with the weather.
I'll be bothered.
My wolf attack with the weather. My wolf attack with the weather.
Weather weapons? I don't know. Be no strange storm activities over North Korea that I'm aware of. Now let's play that reversal again. My wolf attacked with the weather.
My wolf attacked with the weather.
Huh.
My wolf attacked with the weather. My wolf attacked with the weather.
Yeah, okay, all right. And next one along, North Korea again.
What we know, I'd prefer to keep silent about, because we may actually know some things the North Koreans don't even know.
And this one says, warn you.
Warn you. Warn you. Warn you.
Yeah, it's fairly obvious. Warn you. All right, then we've got General Mattis talking about Russia.
Right now, Russia's future should be wedded to Europe. Why they see NATO as a threat is beyond me. Clearly, NATO is not a threat, but right now, Russia is choosing to be a strategic competitor for any number of reasons.
And this one says, they're vermin.
They're vermin.
Huh.
They're vermin. They're vermin.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what he thinks about Russia. Hey, all right. And here he is talking about Russia again.
We are going to have to confront Russia when it comes to areas where they attack us, whether it be with cyber, where they try to change borders using armed force.
This one says, we get upset.
We get upset.
Oh, yeah.
We get upset.
Yep.
We get upset.
Yep. All right. Then here he is again.
Our intention is, if the foreign fighters do not survive the fight, to return home to North Africa, to Europe, to America, to Asia, to Africa. We're not going to allow them to do so. We're going to stop them there and take apart the caliphate.
And this one says, raid the fucks, now we know the worst.
Raid the fucks, now we know the worst.
Huh.
Raid the fucks, now we know the worst.
I'll be bothered.
Raid the fucks, now we know the worst.
Yeah, well, it's certainly there. Oh, here's an interesting metaphor on Hillary blaming Russia for her losing the election.
The vast majority of the news items posted were fake. They were connected to, as we now know, the 1,000 Russian agents who were involved in delivering those messages.
And this reversal says, Samson, you're villain.
Samson, you're villain.
Wow.
Samson, you're villain. Samson, you're villain.
Samson's an interesting metaphor in reverse speech. It has a couple of different meanings depending on context. Samson comes from the Old Testament, and he was very strong, and his strength lay in his hair. And anyway, he was seduced by Delilah, who cut his hair and robbed him of his strength. But he eventually grew his hair back and pushed the temple down and killed himself and everyone else in it. So Samson is strength that is easily weakened, is generally how I approach it. So Samson, your villain, I would say that that's her, that she has a strength about her that is easily weakened. I don't know, Samson, your villain. Just call it any way you want. All right, here's Hillary talking about fake news.
Who are running these fake news sites. And I also think I was the victim of a very broad assumption I was going to win.
And this reversal is, I want to crunch muss it all.
I want to crunch muss it all.
Huh.
I want to crunch muss it all. I want to crunch muss it all.
Yeah, okay, all right. Then we've got Hillary talking about Trump.
He does have a visceral grasp of America's political underbelly. He really understands how to inflame people, how to motivate them, how to bond with them over whatever their grievance is. You know, whatever resentment or point of anger that you may have, if he can get into it, whether it's race or xenophobia or...
This one says, I answer not Hillary.
I answer not Hillary.
Huh.
I answer not Hillary. I answer not Hillary.
Yeah, well, that's certainly what it says. Okay, all right. Then we've got Kate Perry. Oh, singing a song, Chained to the Rhythm. And this one says, Angry, my fellow dissident. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's the next one. This one, it will be quite evil. That one's quite clear, that one. It will be quite evil. I'll play it again. And here we have another one. To the rhythm. And this one says, now they release me. Oh, they release me. Oh, yeah. Oh, they release me. Oh, they release me. Yeah. Now they release me, okay. All right, then we have last one on Katy Perry. And this one says, we give a fuck. Ha! Yeah, ha. Funny reversal. All right, here's John McCain questioning FBI director, former director, Comey.
And obviously, she was a candidate for president at the time, so she was clearly involved in this whole situation where fake news, as you just described it, big deal.
And this one says, shows this war.
Justice. Or
Huh.
justice. Or justice. Or
Yeah, certainly there. All right. Then we have McMaster's on Intel links.
Well, as you know, the initial leak that came out was a leak about concerns about revealing intelligence sources and methods, information that's not even part of the president's briefing.
And this one says they find us a source.
This time this is a source.
This time this is a source. This time this is a source.
Yeah, okay, all right. Then we've got McMaster's talking about ISIS.
The problem of transnational terrorist organizations, some of which now, like ISIS, control territory and populations and resources.
And this one says there is bullshit.
There is bullshit.
Oh,
There is bullshit.
you know what? That's not a very good reversal. Let's just move past that one. Okay, here's McMaster's on Islam.
Which I think is encouraging. Now, there have to be concrete steps taken. Funding has to be cut off to these madrasas and mosques that are fomenting hatred and intolerance.
This reversal says they're lost in it. They're shaking a wolf for Islam.
They're lost in it. They're shaking them off for the time.
Huh.
They're lost in it. They're shaking them off for the time. They're lost in it. They're shaking them off for the time.
Well, I'll be bothered. Okay, all right. Then we've got McMaster's on Vietnam.
Well, you know, there was some middle ground there during the Vietnam period. What occurred in that period is many of the president's senior advisors, civilian and military, didn't give their best advice.
And here he is. Sell that cyber.
Sell this cyber.
Huh.
Sell this cyber. Sell this cyber.
I don't know what it means by sell that cyber. Don't know. All right, here he is again, still on Vietnam.
Well, you know, there was some middle ground there during the Vietnam period. What occurred in that period is many of the president's senior advisors, civilian and military, didn't give their best advice.
And this one says, there is money.
They responded.
They responded. They responded.
Yep, okay, all right. Then we've got Seth Rich. Who is Seth Rich? I have no idea. Anyway, he's in my folder, so I'll play him.
How do we get better access to data that tells us why ballots are rejected, why ballots are cast as provisional, so that we can analyze that and then develop better training guides?
This one is Beloved in the Gods.
Beloved in the Gods.
Huh.
Beloved in the gods. Beloved in the gods.
I'll be bothered. Huh. Beloved in the Gods. Yeah, well, that's certainly there. All right, then we've got Rex Tillerson talking about the Muslim Brotherhood is terrorism.
There are members of parliament in Bahrain that are parts of government. There are members in Turkey that are parts of government.
And this reversal says, let's remember it.
Let's remember it.
Let's remember it. Let's remember it.
Yep, okay, fair enough. All right. And then we've got the next one. Here we go.
I think you can appreciate the complexities this enters into our relations with then the government of Bahrain, the government and other governments where Muslim Brotherhood has matriculated to become participants, and in those elements, they have done so by renouncing violence and terror. So,
and here we have you rob us.
You rob us.
You rob us. You rob us.
Yeah, there we go. Yep, okay. All right. It's rerunning. I think I'm sorry. All right. Someone just said the show's rerunning, so I'm not too sure what's happening in my live. I guess I am, and I'll better find out. Here we have Tillerson on the budget.
We are pushing that out as quickly as we can effectively do that, but that we are going to have some carryover as a result of the plus up. I think when we get around, it's a broader budget
And this one says, the laws use it, her voyeur.
The laws use it, her voyeur. The laws use it, her voyeur. The laws use it, her voyeur.
Yeah, okay, all right. So now we move on to the next one. It was Tillerson on the budget. And here we have Tillerson is slamming Joe Biden.
Funding does not equal results. Show me your results, and I'll tell you your commitment. And that's what we're trying to get the folks in the State Department is, what are the results? And then I'll tell you what I need to deliver on those results. Giving me a pot of money and suggesting that confirms our success and our commitment is just simply, I have to take exception to that. I've never had that.
And this one says, stab in his head.
Stab in his head.
Wow.
Stab in his head. Stab in his head.
Yeah, okay, that's a pretty clear reversal. We'll play that again. Actually, we're on the forward. He's attacking Joe Biden.
Funding does not equal results. Show me your results, and I'll tell you your commitment. And that's what we're trying to get the folks in the State Department is, what are the results? And then I'll tell you what I need to deliver on those results. Giving me a pot of money and suggesting that confirms our success and our commitment is just simply, I have to take exception to that. I've never had that.
And stab in the head.
Stab in his head.
Oh.
Stab in his head.
His head.
Stab in his head.
Stab in his head.
Stab in his head. Stab in his head. Stab in his head.
All right, here's Donald Trump talking about the Paris Agreement. Here we go.
At what point does America get demeaned? At what point do they start laughing at us as a country? We want fair treatment for its citizens, and we want fair treatment for our taxpayers. We don't want other leaders and other countries laughing at us anymore, and they won't be. They won't be. I was elected to represent the citizens of Pittsburgh, not Paris.
And here he says, fucks the citizen.
Fucks the citizen.
Huh.
Fucks the citizen.
Fucks the citizen.
All right, here's Trump talking about health care.
I always use Arizona at 116. I got stuck at 116. Now we're at 203.
This one says, here goes the one.
Here goes the one.
Oh, yeah.
Here goes the one. Here goes the one.
Let's get the forwards on that again. Here, I'm going to run the forwards again.
I always use Arizona at 116. I got stuck at 116. Now we're at 203.
So I don't know what he means by here goes the one.
Here goes the one.
Here goes the one. Here goes the one.
Huh, okay, all right. All right, next one down. Here we go.
In great depth next week with Gary Cohn and with Steve Mnuchin and with Mike Pence and everybody else working on it.
And I cried with you.
You're right, you.
You're right, you. You're right, you.
Yep, there we go. Classic one. All right, and here's Trump talking about immigration.
And we're down, reduction on people pouring through our border down 78% as of now. 78%. It used to be if you got down 1%, it was a good job. We're down 78%.
And this reversal says, I love you. If I ever seen it, that's okay.
All right, now you've ever seen it. That's okay.
Huh.
All right, now you've ever seen it. That's okay. All right, now you've ever seen it. That's okay.
Huh, I'll be bothered. Huh. All right, okay. Next one along. Here's a witness to the London fire.
And find out what really is going on. Because the BBC News and all the newses that are reporting, they're not reporting the truth. They're not reporting the truth.
This one says, and they'll burn it fierce and they'll burn.
And they all burn it fierce and they all burn it.
Wow.
And they all burn it fierce and they all burn it.
And they all burn it fierce and they all burn it.
Yeah, there it is, all there. Well, that's the sort of thing you would expect to hear from a witness to a fire. Congruent reversal, as always. Okay, alright, so let's, we've got a break. I'll be back right after this.
What if we already know how to prevent and to reverse every known so-called disease? What if the government is in cahoots with the allopathic system to hide this information from you to keep you weak and enslaved to their system? What if living a higher quality of life than you ever thought possible was available to you now? Well, it's true. It's easier and more cost-effective than you think, and so life-changing that your only regret will not be having done it sooner. Because you already know what the answer is. Royal Velvet Pure. You've heard Jeff talk about it. You've heard the incredible testimonies that it has scores of benefits and it works for everyone. Now you may not know this. We have partnered with Jeff to empower you, giving you an opportunity we do not give anyone else. When you buy 2 Royal Velvet Pure, we give you another one free. Want to take that first step toward freedom and positive transformation? Go to royalvelvetnow.com. Click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner or call us toll-free, 1-877-488-7423.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back? Or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then reverse speech session work is for you. With reverse speech session work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for reverse speech session work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077.
We are back for the final segment of this week's Reverse Speech Show. Don't forget, a 10% Christmas special off of session work. So you've got to sign up before the 31st of December, and you'll get 10% off the regular price, plus a $50 voucher for the Reverse Speech shop. So there you go. You want to get in on that. All right, here's Hillary Clinton. Let's run this forwards.
But for a young woman, it's like, you think I'm good enough? You really do? You think I can do it?
Oh, here she says, and I'm a liar.
No, I'm a liar.
Oh.
No, I'm a liar.
Wow.
No, I'm a liar.
Wow, that's a classic one. We'll play the forwards and the reverse again.
But for a young woman, it's like, you think I'm good enough? You really do? You think I can do it?
And I'm a liar.
No, I'm a liar.
Huh.
No, I'm a liar.
No, I'm a liar.
And here's Hillary again.
As a woman gets more successful, regardless of her personality, she gets less likable. Sure. It is just inverse. And you have to, Eleanor Roosevelt said, you know, if you're going to be a woman in the public arena, you have to grow skin as thick as the hide of a rhinoceros.
And this one says, gonna be funny, that's why I was a runaway.
Gonna be funny, that's why I was a runaway.
I'll be bothered.
Gonna be funny, that's why I was a runaway.
Huh.
Gonna be funny, that's why I was a runaway.
I don't think Hillary was a runaway, was she? I don't know. All right, here's another one on Hillary.
Or the White House, wherever you are. And you're saying, you know,
just three random places. Yeah.
That trip may not have worked out so well. You know, there's some blowback.
Really? Pushing the guy to get
pushing the guy.
And this one says, I was psycho.
I was psycho.
Oh!
I was psycho.
Oh!
I was psycho.
Oh, what great reversals on Hillary. First one, I'm a liar, and I'm a liar.
No, I'm a liar.
No, I'm a liar.
And,
No, I'm a liar.
and then she says, I was psycho.
I was psycho.
I was psycho.
Huh.
I was psycho.
Wow. Oh, and here's another one, a doozy reversal.
The other thing that's in hindsight, which is really troubling, is since you're from Wisconsin, you may find this particularly interesting.
And here she says, Satan.
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 Yep.
Satan.
There's Satan right at the very end. There we go. All right, here she is again.
The best assessments as of right now are that the polling was not that inaccurate, but it was predominantly national polling, and I won nationally.
And this is There Was Panic.
There was panic.
There was panic.
There was panic.
There was panic too when she lost. Oh boy, a lot of people were upset about that. All right, here's the next one on Hillary.
We watched up until the very end how Russ Feingold was winning. And, you know, you make these scheduling decisions based on the best information that you have. And it turned out that, you know, our information was not as reliable as I wished it had been.
Can you see that?
And this reversal says, the shame of the seven.
The shame of the seven.
Huh.
The shame of the seven.
The shame of the seven.
That's interesting. Seven's the only number that appears in reverse speech. And it refers to divine approval, divine blessings. So the shame of the seven, that's almost like an insult to God. I'll run it again.
The shame of the seven.
The shame of my seven. The shame of my seven.
The shame of the seven.
The shame of the seven.
The shame of the seven.
Well, certainly that reversal's there, and it's a bit of a concerning one if you understand metaphors at all. All right, here's Hillary again.
The best assessments as of right now are that the polling was not that inaccurate, but it was predominantly national polling, and I won nationally.
And this one says, won't shine you in the mud.
Won't shine you in the mud.
Ha!
Won't shine you in the mud.
Won't shine you in the mud.
Yeah, well, I guess Hillary was in the mud, wasn't she? And won't shine you in the mud. Looks like she wants to stay down in there, is how I would interpret that. I don't know. All right, let's move on to an interviewer talking to Rex Tillerson about the Saudi trip.
At one point, candidate Donald Trump said it's ridiculous that the United States gives so much assistance to the Saudis, who wouldn't be there except for us. He even questioned.
And this says, that silly kid.
That silly kid.
Huh.
That silly kid. That silly kid.
Yeah, well, certainly that's what it says. All right, so next one along. Where are we? Here we go. Here's Mattis talking about war with North Korea.
Yeah, in regards to the president's view of North Korea, I believe he represents the American people's view of North Korea right now. We see a young man go over there healthy and with a minor act of mischief come home dead, basically, die immediately after he gets here.
And this one says he fought her the road.
He fought her the road.
Huh.
He fought her the road.
He fought her the road.
Huh. Are they on a road to war? Here he is in North Korea again.
Peaceful resolution of those disputes in the maritime space and we discussed ways to decrease tension and reduce risk in the South China Sea.
And this is now crime in the streets.
Now, crime in the streets.
Huh.
Now, crime in the streets.
Yep, certainly there.
Now, crime in the streets.
Yep, okay, it's all there. All right, let's have a look. Mattis on war with North Korea.
This has been a unique opportunity for our nations to engage in philosophical level discussions about how we discuss these issues and to discuss the way ahead.
And this one says, thy hell would suck.
Thy hell would suck.
Huh.
Thy hell would suck. Thy hell would suck.
Thy hell would suck. I guess it would if there was war in North Korea. And here he is again.
We welcome the opportunity to engage with the Chinese counterparts on strategic topics to discuss our differences, and will now press forward where we can work together. Thank you.
This one says, your wolf so final.
Your wolf so final.
Oh, yeah.
Your wolf so final. Your wolf so final.
Well, that's a nice clear reversal, isn't it? Yeah, once they use their wolf and attack, that will be the end. So it will be final. That's what would happen if war broke out in North Korea. All right, here's McMaster's talking about ISIS.
The militias really morphed into criminalized patronage networks.
And this one says slow engine.
Slow engine.
Huh.
Slow engine. Slow engine.
Huh. Are we bothered? Yeah, all right. Slow engine. All right. Here we have McMaster talking about the Vietnam War.
And the president says, I can't give you 100,000 troops. And there goes the next chief. What do you think? 100,000 troops. He goes, I can't give you 100,000 troops. Mothers would come out of their kitchens and take their aprons off, he said. He turned to Robert McNamara, who was sitting next to him, and he said, let me tell you a story. He said, imagine that you're in a small town and you have a business, and you need to keep your business afloat. You need to go to the bank for your loan, and it's Mr. McNamara's bank. And you go to the bank and you say, hey, I need $100,000 to keep my business going. And Mr. McNamara tells you, I can't give you $100,000, but I can give you $5,000. What do you do?
This verse says, Chinese sue her.
Chinese sue her.
Huh.
Chinese sue her. Chinese sue her.
Yeah, well, that's certainly what it says. All right, here we have McMaster's again.
It was time for a decision, a clear decision between an American war and disengagement from Vietnam. That sort of discussion really didn't even take place.
And this one says, Hillary shucks a little sad.
Hillary shucks a little sad.
Ha ha!
Hillary shucks a little sad.
Oh, that's funny.
Hillary shucks a little sad.
Huh. I think it's that little sad. Hillary shucks that little sad.
Hillary shucks a little sad.
Hillary shucks a little sad. Hillary shucks a little sad.
I think she was more than a little sad. I'd say that's probably the understatement of the year. Here's McMaster's again.
This is how we confused activity with progress in the Vietnam War and didn't consider long-term costs and consequences.
And here he says, oh, my leaving it.
Oh, my leaving it.
Huh.
Oh, my leaving it. Oh, my leaving it.
Yeah, there we go. All there. Okay. Then we've got McMaster's on Vietnam again.
And the president says, I can't give you 100,000 troops. And there goes the next chief. What do you think? 100,000 troops. He goes, I can't give you 100,000 troops. Mothers would come out of their kitchens.
And we've done this one. Backwards it says, and I bombed Syria.
For your loan, and it's Mr. McNamara's bank. And you go to the bank and you say, yeah, I need $100,000 to keep my business going. And Mr. McNamara tells you, I can't give you $100,000, but I can give you $5,000. What do you do?
And this reversal says, and I bombed Syria.
And I bombed Syria.
Huh.
And I bombed Syria.
I'll be bothered.
And I bombed Syria.
Don't know what's happened with Syria. Don't know what's going on with Syria. Huh. And here's Oliver Stone talking about war.
in the end has become a system leading to the death of this planet and the extinction of us all. I fought these people who practice war most of my life. It's a tiring game, and mostly you'll get your ass kicked.
This one says, and I'll see the fight.
And I'll see the fight.
Huh.
And I'll see the fight. And I'll see the fight.
Yeah, there it is. It's all there, and I'll see the fight. And then we have Oliver Stone again talking about war.
No need to go through the victims, but we know we've intervened in more than 100 countries with invasions, regime change, economic chaos, or hybrid war, soft power, whatever you want to call it. It's war of some kind.
And this one says, we warn you.
We warn you.
Yeah.
We warn you. We warn you.
All right. Here's Sarah Huckabee, who's now press secretary.
I don't think it's that it's expected that you're not to report on, again, actual news if there's something there.
And this says, it must hurt this.
It must hurt this.
Huh.
It must hurt this.
It must hurt this.
Well, that's what fake news is designed to do, isn't it? All right, here's Rex Tillerson talking about American values.
And so policies have to be adaptable. They have to change. They have to adjust to conditions. But our values can never change.
And this one says, see, I brought up the shit.
See, yeah, right up in shit.
Huh.
See, yeah, right up in shit. See, yeah, right up in shit.
Yeah, there we go. All right. And then we've got Rex Tillerson again, talking about North Korea and China.
With respect to the 3 additional American citizens that have been illegally detained, unlawfully detained by the regime in North Korea, our efforts continue.
And this one says, crime won't shed it.
Crime won't shed it.
Huh.
Crime won't shed it. Crime won't shed it.
Yeah, certainly there. Crime won't shed it. All right, then we've got another one on the same topic.
For example, we both agreed that our companies should not do business with any UN-designated North Korean entities.
And this one says, phoned it in.
Phoned it in. Phoned it in.
Phoned it in.
Yep, there we go. Phoned it in. Next one along.
The action items we have agreed upon today have set a foundation for additional areas of cooperation.
And this one, shared knife for us ahead. Ooh, is this an ominous prediction? Talking about North Korea, shared knife for us ahead.
Shared knife for us ahead.
Wow.
Shared knife for us ahead.
Shared knife for us ahead.
That's clear. Here, let's run the forwards and reversal on that one. Here's the forwards again.
The action items we have agreed upon today have set a foundation for additional areas of cooperation.
And shared knife for us ahead.
Shared knife for us ahead.
Wow.
Shared knife for us ahead. Shared knife for us ahead.
Yeah, well, it's certainly all there. Wow. Gee, that's a bit of an ominous prediction, isn't it? Same topic again.
The most acute threat in the region today is posed by the DPRK. We both call for complete, verifiable, and irreversible denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula.
And this one says, their cry, beat it up.
Yeah, cry, beat it up.
Huh.
Yeah, cry, beat it up. Yeah, cry, beat it up.
In other words, their cry, what they've done is beat the country up, is how I interpret that. Here's Tillerson again.
Well, Chuck, this is a very important trip that the president will be embarking on later in the week.
Don't know what trip he's talking about, because the Versal says their government are evil.
He called me evil.
Wow.
He called me evil. He called me evil.
Huh. Don't know what country he was visiting. I wish I knew with a reversal like that. Wow. All right. Then we've got Tillerson on restoring Russia relations.
But again, I think we have to look at this relationship in its broadest contours, and there are many, many important areas which require our attention if we are to bring it back to a relationship that we believe is necessary for the security of the U.S.
And this one says, there is a sense that they'll view with patience.
Yes, a sense of it'll be with patience.
Huh.
Yes, a sense of it'll be with patience. Yes, a sense of it'll be with patience.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. There's a sense that Russia will be patient and they will be able to work together. Oh, here's Tillerson talking about Donald Trump.
But I am devoted to helping the president achieve his objectives, helping him be successful. And I understand I have to earn his confidence every day.
This one says, little fuck.
Little fuck.
Huh.
Little fuck.
Little fuck.
Yeah, there it is. It's all there. All right. Then we have Tillerson talking about Trump's religion trip.
And so I think it is a very important trip on the president's part to call upon all people of faith in these religions to stand together.
Hillary and the devil.
Hillary and the devil.
Wow.
Hillary and the devil. Hillary and the devil.
Wow. Wow. All right. Then we've got, here's Donald Trump.
And though we have many stories, we all share one home and one glorious destiny, a destiny that's getting better and better every single day.
And this one says, hear goodness.
Hear goodness?
Huh.
Hear goodness? Hear goodness?
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Trump says Obama knew about Russia meddling in elections.
Well, I just heard today for the first time that Obama knew about Russia a long time before the election, and he did nothing about it. But nobody wants to talk about that. That the CIA gave him information on Russia a long time before they even, before the election. And I hardly see it. It's an amazing thing to me, In other words, the question is, if he had the information, why didn't he do something about it? He should have done something about it. But you don't read that. It's quite sad.
That never leaked out.
That doesn't leak out. No, they're very selective leaks.
That's what says, skill, the killer's serving it.
Skill, the killer's serving it.
Huh.
Skill, the killer's serving it.
Wow.
Skill, the killer's serving it.
Wow. All right, here he is again.
God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
This reversal says, sell God.
Sell God.
Huh.
Sell God. Sell God.
Yep, okay. All right, so next one along. Here we go.
The Democratic Party is the Socialist Party of the United States because they are anti-Americans. They're not pro-Americans. They're liars and misleaders, and they want to wipe us out.
And this one says the crime well funded. Wow. That's Trump supporters rallying against liberals. And the crime well funded. Yeah, well, there we go. Okay, all right. Then we've got this one here. Trump's weekly address on healthcare.
They needed extra money, and Sarah had no choice but to leave retirement to pay their bills.
And this one says, they harass me.
They harass me.
They harass me.
Huh.
They harass me.
I guess he's feeling harassed. I don't know. All right, let's have a look at some more on Trump. Here's Trump talking about nukes.
There's a whole lot of talk about that, and that's a bad thing, not a good thing. The last person to use nuclear would be Donald Trump.
And this one says, get the gun, you're sad.
Get the gun, you're sad.
Wow.
Get the gun, you're sad. Get the gun, you're sad.
Yeah, it means that he would use nukes if he had to, and he would be sad doing it. But, I mean, I guess every leader has to be prepared to use nukes. That's the whole deterrent value, isn't it? I don't know. All right, here we have another one on Trump. Here he's talking about Poland.
America loves Poland, and America loves the Polish people. Thank you.
And this one says, we give hope.
We give hope.
Huh.
We give hope.
Yep.
We give hope.
And here he is talking to Poland again.
It is a profound honor to stand in this city by this monument to the Warsaw Uprising.
This one says, a soul with it.
Soul with it.
Oh, yeah.
Soul with it. Soul with it.
And here he is again.
President Duda and I have just come from an incredibly successful meeting with the leaders participating in the 3 C's initiative.
And this one says, British in it cease.
British in it cease.
Wow.
British in it cease.
Interesting.
British in it cease.
Let's listen to the forwards again on this one.
President Duda and I have just come from an incredibly successful meeting with the leaders participating in the 3 C's initiative.
And British in it cease.
British in it cease.
British in it cease. British in it cease.
Huh, interesting reversal. All right, okay, here we have next one.
Poland is the geographic heart of Europe, but more importantly, in the Polish people, we see the soul of Europe.
And this one is bury the loss of these.
Bury the loss of these.
Bury the loss of these. Bury the loss of these.
Yeah, all right. Here we have the next one.
And American patriots fought side by side in our war of independence and in many wars that follow. Our soldiers still serve together today in Afghanistan and Iraq.
And this one said, find the edited.
Find the edited.
Huh.
Find the edited. Find the edited.
Whatever that means. I don't know what he will mean by find the edited. That's a strange one. Here's Trump on a weekly address.
And a new national pride is sweeping across our land.
And bring abuse.
Bring abuse.
Bring abuse. Bring abuse.
Wow, that's a bit of a negative reversal. What are you talking about there, Donald Trump? Bring abuse. We don't want to bring abuse. Anyway, there we go, folks. That's the end of the show. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back, or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then reverse speech session work is for you. With reverse speech session work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speak session work. Go to www.reversespeak.com or call 503-568-7077.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panorama of vital information and the best independent, honest journalism in radio. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times. You're listening to the Rense Radio Network, nationwide and worldwide on the net and at Rense.com.
Are you prepared for the future? Do you know how to navigate past the upcoming dangers before it's too late and seize budding opportunities before others do? Forecasting worldwide since 1980, Gerald Celente, publisher of the Trends Journal, provides timely and accurate trend forecasts that have earned him the reputation as the most trusted name in trends. The proof is in the hundreds of accurate forecasts Celente has made over the past 30 years. The 1987 stock market crash, the clean food trend, the dot-com bust. The Trends Journal alerts subscribers to early, subtle signs of crucial trends that will shape our future. It allows readers to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take proactive strategies. Put your money where your mind is with Gerald Celente's brilliant and indispensable Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com or call 845-331-3500. That's 845-331-3500.
The views and opinions expressed by the guests, callers, and hosts on this and all Rense Radio Network programs do not necessarily reflect or agree with those of the network, its commercial sponsors, its radio station affiliates, or Internet broadcast platforms. In these controversial times, we believe the First Amendment and freedom of the press are absolutely essential to the survival of our nation. Thank you. And now, enjoy the program.
Well, hello and welcome to the worldwide broadcast of the Ted and Austin Brower Show, bringing you the latest world news and health research. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday today. Weather's nice down here in Central Florida. And how are you doing today, Dad?
Well, Austin, it's about 65, 70 degrees outside with clear blue skies and no chemtrails and low humidity. I mean, if I'm not doing great today, I don't even know how to say great. I mean, it's amazing. And, but I want to clarify. I want to say a couple things real quick. Yesterday, got a lot of feedback on the show yesterday. A lot of people really liked it. One thing you pointed out to me that you were so right on last night when I spoke to you about the show, when I was talking about when you make crossroad decisions, if you make the wrong decision and you go